Hello, and welcome back to the Public Safety Special broadcast brought to you from the Public Safety's ultra secure media bunker. I am Secret Dove's Public Safety Special Communications Division Vice Captain. I'll have a go around and have my co-hosts this week introduce themselves. Let's go around the circle clockwise. Can we do it this time? Like a clock,
I'll
guys.
do my
Can you
best.
think about a clock and go that way?
Is everyone's screen the same? Like, are we all on the same
Yeah, it
position? I don't
should be
know.
all the
Like,
same. It should be all the same. I think.
I won't fuck it up this time, Chief.
Let's go. We're in.
Hey, Tubbs, you want to go first, brother?
I am Secret Doves, age 33. My devil contract is with the ward.
All right, I'm Jake. This is the last podcast. I will be 25 years old.
Hey.
I'm
Oh my
from
God,
the channel
congrats.
Jake Jones, and my devil contract is with the scariest, most powerful devil of all time, the France Devil.
Oh my God.
And I'm Crash. I'm 30, and my devil contract is the lag internet because I was lagging the whole time we were recording, so I didn't hear anything that you said before this point. So
It's all good.
Let's fucking go, dude.
And last but not
name
least,
is-
our guest.
My name is Chihiro. I have a contract with whatever the fuck Kobeni has going on.
whatever the fuck Benny has going on, devil.
If anyone says the sloppy toppy devil, then we are deleting this fucking podcast. This channel will not exist anymore.
We're off the-
said it.
You're off the right. Yeah,
No, it
you
doesn't count.
said
It doesn't count if I say it as an example. If we get any comments saying it's the sloppy toppy devil, we are deleting this channel.
I'm not going to delete the channel. I will.
25 years
ban
old
it.
as well.
Woo, 25.
25.
But I will be 26 next year, so unfortunately still younger, slightly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is everyone. Thank you for coming on, co-host and guest. We have a very oh boy. We got quite
Are we
a
gonna start by
chapter.
ripping the band-aid off?
We're gonna start. We're talking about chapter 142, the title of which I forgot off the top of my head. The content of which I certainly did not.
Give me 1 second.
What a chapter it was! What a what a week of discussion we had. Oh man.
I have a super hot take about this chapter too.
You know
Oh,
what?
jeez, me too. Wait, let me pull up my Twitter.
Let's just,
Oh no, I don't want like discussion starts with that. Let me pull off my Twitter.
Okay, we're really starting off hot.
still, yeah, we're starting with it. This
Isn't it called Denji Parade or something? Is the new chapter
Denji
called
Fan
Denji
Club.
Parade?
Denji Fan
Denji
Club
Fan
is the
Club.
title, yes.
I had it
Denji
open.
Fan
Something
Club
like
is the title. This is, not to put too fine a point on it, the Fumiko backstory chapter. We got it. We heard it. We got a lot of new information about stuff that, honestly, I was not expecting.
Oh, my Twitter broke. Wonderful.
Let's just
That might be
start
for the
at
best.
top with the new information about public safety and how much surveillance they have on them. They've got cameras everywhere. They've got cameras in the bathrooms. No
my
joke.
pet theory
Surprise,
is
though.
that they don't have it in the bathroom. That's just Fumiko. Like that's just her.
Just her?
Just like,
God
no.
damn. You're like, I'm not giving
She's
her
moving
any
different.
passes. She's truly sick. This is a personal project. for
It's
her.
not like the truly sick. I just find it funny. Like I just like to imagine that like public safety has like little for like cameras in like the fucking plants because I used to work at like an AV like store, right?
Oh, yeah.
They
My-
plant cameras in your toilets.
No, dude, they can put cameras in like your butthole. It's not even funny. Like,
Jesus.
Dude, they offer
It is, guys.
colonoscopies there.
Wow.
Yo, I gotta work where you work.
no, they don't offer. But my boss
Sir,
showed
you have
me
a
the like
polyp?
mini cameras, and I'm like, how does this even work? It's so
Wow.
small, but it gives like such high definition video. I'm
Well,
like,
Jesus.
Hey,
wow. Well, there. Okay,
uh,
I want to bring American politics in, but that's some nice technical commentary. You know what I mean?
sir, the butthole inspector will see you now.
Everybody, careful out there because cameras can be really small. Careful, Denji, because he's got them all over the place. Apparently, this really.
Is anyone like surprised that they're watching everywhere? Because
I'm not surprised. Yoshida's so shisty,
no.
dude. Yoshida's so shisty.
Okay. Oh, I have so many hot takes about Yoshi. That's not even funny.
Yo, like,
This guy,
go ahead.
I mean, we've seen him in the bathroom, so if we can, why can't the public safety
that's
department?
true. Yeah,
That's
So
true.
we're public safety.
yeah,
Actually, we are. But
Yeah. Well, yes, we are here. I was unaware of the other department's behavior before this chapter. Um, I wasn't necessarily shocked. I mean, public safety has been always a very suspicious and weird and authoritarian organization. But how would I put it? They haven't really been vilified in part two so much. Maybe they've looked kind of ineffective. Maybe they've looked kind of goofy. Yoshida seems kind of annoying, but he's like, he is like, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to keep you protected. I'm trying to keep you from getting caught up in a bunch of bullshit. Which is like, sure, maybe that's not where Denji's mind is at, but it's not necessarily a terrible thing overall. And yet, and then that all gets switched around with this couple lines where it's like, oh no, these guys are sickos. Like they don't care. They're watching everything. They're
they know.
back on the same bullshit they've always been on. Nothing has changed. Okay. Uh-huh.
imagine being a government organization that's so fucking inept that they have to put a 17-year-old kid in charge of looking after essentially the nation's number one national security threat.
I
How
know.
fucking like
I
what is
like.
this?
It's not. I think there's one really big issue with a lot of the way a lot of people perceive public safety, and it's an issue with a lot of the way people perceive a lot of government issues, where
Oh,
it's
let's
like they
go.
confuse ineptitude for like a lack of danger. Like you can be an idiot with a like nuke, and that just makes you more dangerous.
It's
So
true.
public safety's ineptitude makes them like even worse, at least for me.
Oh
So
yeah.
it wasn't like they never. Like they always came off to me as dangerous because
Mm.
especially if you take part one into account. Because even though Makima was running things, every time she spoke of the apparatus itself, it was never uh like like an actual public safety thing. It was like some kind of shadowy organization that managed to fucking scare the control devil, right? So it
Yeah.
was always dangerous, but she kind of held it in place. So with her gone, it's just like a bunch of headless chickens, but like they have like assault rifles. So it's just
That that does kind of seem to be the case.
Bring Makima back.
Okay, well, let's not go
Hashtag
too.
Makima did nothing wrong.
I mean,
whoa,
well,
whoa.
speaking of Bakiba, Nayuta is right there, which is really, really
Put her
great.
in charge.
We'll come to
Yeah.
that in a few. Yeah.
Do not put her in charge of
Oh,
anything
oh, please,
ever.
God.
She's
Uh,
11.
we'll come back to Nayuta in a few moments because I do want to talk about all of that. But well, public safety still weird, still s- still on the same bullshit they've always been on.
Yeah.
But Fumiko in particular had a new reveal about her relationship to Denji and why she is so weird. Why she is so weird about him. Why she
Also,
is
just
so
before
focused on him in particular.
before we get into the real meat of that discussion, I just want to say we're all in agreement that that whole thing was just like a death flag. She's gonna die, right?
Oh,
We know that.
absolutely,
I am not.
absolutely, dude.
I am not sure, but maybe. I think
I
it's.
think
He
she's.
I think
could,
I'm
he
it's
not saying
could
pretty
like
maybe
likely.
not
Fujimoto
this arc.
could pull something, but I'm like she's dead next chapter.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think next chapter, but I can see her die
Anyone,
very very soon.
if she really is supposed to be kind of like the new Himeno, literally Himeno said like, "Awesome, we're a team now. Like, I'm gonna help you get with Makima. You're gonna help me get with Aki. I support you. You're my friend now. We're friends. Like, it's no longer senpai and kohai. Like, we're homies." And then the next chapter, she gets fucking shot in
Right.
the chest on the yacht block. She rip
Yeah, I
Bozo.
mean, Fujimoto is has followed the classic horror paradigm of woman who does bad sex things then dies. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's the that's the blueprint. So I think it's possible. I think he might switch it up and have Denji decide to try. You know what I mean? Like try and save someone, but we'll see. We will see.
I've got a super hot take about this chapter that I've been just like itching to get off my chest.
Yeah, go in.
You fire away.
About Fumiko
If we're talking about
backstory. Yes.
yeah. Okay. This entire chapter, cause it took me like maybe a day to understand that this was considered a controversial chapter. This was just another fucking chapter of Chainsaw Man. This is my hot take. There
Oh
this
yeah.
was literally
Oh,
just another fucking
okay.
chapter.
Then yeah,
I kind of
I was
agree.
expecting something more. No, this is
No. I literally like and also when it comes to Fumiko Mifune, uh I don't think it's Fujimoto's intention for her to be as hated as the world feels about
I
her.
don't
That's not
think
his
any
intention.
of his characters are like ever intended to be as hated as they
As they
end
are.
up
Yeah.
being with the fan base.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've muted the words Chainsaw Man and most of the characters' names on Twitter right now because
Oh my
the
God.
the discussion surrounding this past chapter has I was almost gonna be like, okay, I'm canceling every single chapter review. Like I literally I like this week alone has exhausted me from Chainsaw Man so much just from all of the brain dead discussion going around. It's just,
I'm
dude,
I'm very
it's just
lucky.
like
It
sorry,
I
has
okay,
been
follow.
I'm ranting.
it has been pretty wild. It has been pretty wild. I'll try not to do too much meta commentary, but suffice to say, uh people talk about the events of the story as if they are different events than they are. A lot.
They
They
don't
did that with
really
the
read
characters as well,
into.
and
They don't really read into the. I feel like a lot of Twitter, in general, not just with Chainsaw Man, looks at a page and just like judges the context of the page without any of the like context around it. They
Yeah.
do it a lot. I feel like Twitter is a bad platform.
Oh, I mean,
oh
yeah.
no,
Twitter
of
is
course.
specifically a bad platform for this
I
because
think I have a whole video on my channel like with Doofy just talking about how Twitter is a bad platform, but if
it's
you want I can
It's
go
the
into it
platform I use
here.
the most. It's
It's the
like I
platform
can't
I
stop
use the
smoking
most.
crack,
Yeah.
but it's
It's the
Twitter.
platform I use the most as well, but
yeah,
it
dude.
is so horrible for like discussions and everything. It's not a platform meant for discussions, but people use it because it's so easy to grab an attention and have it. It's the easiest platform I see to actually go viral. The other day, I just listed the four oldest manga in Shonen Jump right now, and I got like 400 likes. The fuck?
Yeah.
Twitter for some reason it both validates shitty opinions and then also also it like it not okay. Everyone's opinion matters. I will say this. Everyone's opinion matters to an extent. Like obviously like, you know, like Hitler's opinion doesn't matter. But like
He's dead,
most people,
so
like regular
we're good
people,
on
yeah,
that
exactly.
point.
Rip Bozo, pack watch. Most people's opinion do matter, but like Twitter makes people think that their opinions matter too much. Like This
Yeah,
is about everyone. My opinions more than anyone's opinions. My opinions are fucking worthless,
he
and I
said on this
understand that.
podcast.
Yeah. Twitter. The problem with Twitter is that like it makes it puts everyone on a high horse. Like even
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll be like I'll tweet something and I'll get like 10 likes. I'm like sheesh. Like
I'm popping
I'm
off.
him. I've been him.
I'm going
Like
crazy.
yeah.
It's true.
But
Yeah, the
it's one of those
discussion has
things.
definitely gotten way off the rails. I don't necessarily agree that she's not supposed to be. I mean, she's very suspicious. She's very uncomfortable. Denji has been varying degrees of uncomfortable around her, so I don't necessarily think she's supposed to
Okay.
be like so sympathetic. She does seem like antagonistic from the narrative's standpoint, from the perspective of like she's this public safety agent who's watching him, who's doing weird stuff to him, who's messing with him, who
Yeah.
was supposed to fight these dudes but just let him fight anyway. You know, that's she's
I
kind
Yeah,
think
of
knowing
that
okay,
was
she's
a
kind
good
of
thing.
creepy. She's kind of weird. She's messing with this guy.
in the context of Chainsaw Man, in the context of anime and manga in general, the medium in general, but even in the context of Chainsaw Man, I also think there has been an over exaggeration of Denji's reaction to this. In the first place, uh, when the original incident happened, uh,
Mhm.
Denji in his head, like obviously was like, "Oh, I'm not falling for this honeypot," but he wanted it. He wanted some action. Obviously, not. That's a fucked up way to put it, but he
Okay,
did
so
want
the
some.
thing.
Then she always
It,
wants the
See, that's
action.
the thing, right?
yeah,
Like he's a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. But
Yeah,
I'm talking about in this specific medium. He like his reaction to that situation wasn't discomfort. And knowing Chainsaw Man and knowing Denji as a character, his reaction to that was, "This woman is probably trying to kill me. This is how it always works."
it's true.
And
But then this chapter, let me
Yeah,
see if
this
I can find
this
what he says, because it does say like, um,
you're a total stalker.
yeah, touching
Like
my
you're
wiener, watching me in the
creepy.
bathroom, you're total. So yeah.
Like that's not
So
good shit.
that's fair. Yeah,
He's like, this is bad. You're weird. Like he knows it's bad, which is why he thinks of like, oh man, I should shut this shit down. But then he doesn't because he's depressed, right? Because he's like
I
yeah,
mean,
he's
deeply
he
extremely
depressed
wants
and
horny.
lost
intimacy,
in
no
his
matter
life, and
how
he's
it
just like,
happens.
Yeah.
fuck it,
dude
dude.
just wants some
Like,
pussy. That's
It's not even
Yeah.
just that. He just wants some fucking intimacy more than anything.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, that's
he's
facts.
just
Yeah,
like so
and
alone and like a broken guy. He's so
and
sad.
it's not just
Dude.
like it's because he's getting like a sort of intimacy you get between like parents and kids, like with Nayuta, but you also
Yeah,
kind of need that intimacy with someone that's
yeah.
like just a bit more a bit less responsibility involved because like not only does he have
hmm
to take care of Nayuta as like a dad, he also has to be a brother, but
Yeah.
also like a caretaker of like who's essentially like the devil, like she and
yeah,
she's
I
already
yeah.
showed how
It's pretty
insanely
wild.
powerful she is.
I worded it with the Fumiko situation. I worded it a little tactlessly before, but I still believe that the true intention of this chapter was not to vilify Fumiko as a character. It was to show like it was supposed to be the intention of the chapter. At least how I read it, and with the context of Chainsaw Man as an entire series and Fujimoto's writing, the way that I read that was that this was supposed to be the dichotomy of someone finally supporting Denji for Denji versus I do not think that there is an ulterior motive. I don't think she's trying to manipulate him by saying I support Denji.
Oh
I,
no.
I think that was supposed to
No,
be someone finally admitting like support for him as himself versus then Barham coming in, sitting down next to him and being like, "Yeah, well, I want to see Chainsaw Man, so fuck
Yeah.
this chick." Like
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I think
Yeah.
the person that is supposed to be supporting him right now is Fumiko, and the person that is like the angel feels very weird to say this. The angel on his shoulder is Fumiko, and the devil on his shoulder is Barham. Is what that was supposed to be.
I think
I
I. Oh, go ahead, Shira. Let's
Oh, and
get
I
in
was
it.
just like, That's a way to say that.
No,
Sure.
I do agree with Jake. I Yeah, because I the whole point. I'm not saying that maybe Fumiko isn't really genuine. Maybe she isn't. We don't know. Um, but I think if regardless if she's genuine or not, I think the chapter was about Denji meeting someone who cares about him because has him because I feel like the narrative of Chainsaw Man so far has mostly been about Denji getting intimacy the wrong way, and this is kinda another instance of that. Not really kinda. It is another instance of that that narrative. Um,
Right.
but it does present it in a new way. Like this is someone who actually cares for Denji, and Denji has only have met people who cared him as Chainsaw Man. I think the only other person who cared for him as Denji has been Power and Aki, and even then it was really towards the end of the relationship that they felt like that.
Yeah, that's so true.
I I will fucking I'll shoot myself in the like foot here and
Woo!
put Rize in there
Ah,
because
yeah, yeah,
near
yeah,
the
yeah.
end,
I mean, yeah,
it's
Rize
always near the
is
end
She
because
made her
yeah,
choice. She did go. She
yeah,
wanted to go back.
Oh, it's
So
always
yeah,
near the end. Oh, it really is a death
it's all
fight.
it's always
yeah,
near the end. It's never she never started
okay,
there for
Denji, I'll run away with
Denji.
you.
Okay,
yeah.
dude. I will say I don't think I think he's got two devils on his shoulder in this case
Thank you.
because
That's much better.
because I see it. I've come around to this interpretation. There was actually some good analysis on Twitter that did happen. I think one of the ideas that really got in
A
my
broken
mind
clock is right twice a
that
day.
like made sense right in my mind was these are two sides of the Chainsaw Man fandom. We've got two forms of like toxic fandom. You've got Fumiko, who has like this. Cause my take was that she's talking about doing all this stuff, and she is like messing with Denji, even if you don't, you know, uh, go way hard on it. She's definitely like messing with him, kind
Oh,
of
I have
like
a view on
disrespecting on
both as well.
him, sitting on him, and then she comes out and she says like, "Well, I do hate you a little bit," and I think she has this mixture of like resentment and obsession that comes with like toxic fandom, like stan stuff, like really toxic stans. You know what I mean? The way they
Mhm.
talk about their targets of
Denji fan
admiration.
club.
Denji fan club. They're the biggest fans. They know what's good for him. They're the ones who are going to try to save him. Meanwhile, you meet the guy, you grab his dick, you tell him to suck a corpse. You when the guys come to beat his head in, you just sit and watch for funsies because you want to see him transform. Then later on, you sit on him, and when he goes to join the church, you don't even do anything about it. You just let him go. So it's like, okay, like
I think she's more
it's
tuned in
weird.
to what's going on with Denji though. I think she knew
Right.
he wasn't going to transform. I think she knew that he'd be able to handle it by himself. I think she knew that he wouldn't end up joining the church. I think she's more tuned in than
I don't know
she
about
she
that.
she said it herself. She already knows everything that's going on because she's a dog of public safety. Obviously there have been tabs kept on Denji for a long time. I think there's way too much being read into about Fumiko as a character. I don't think she's as complex as people are giving her credit for. That's just
I
my opinion.
I
I,
don't
I got I
agree.
kind of I kind of got roasted for saying this earlier, but I don't think that I think Fujimoto is putting her in simply as a supporting character that is supposed to represent someone that supports Denji. Sure, she's weird and erratic. She has her quirky nature, but like that's just all she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be a character that has these weird traits, and she's supposed to be weird. Like that's
but
what this is supposed to be. I do think that there's like, and this is just my opinion. I respect everyone's opinion, and
That's weird. Don't you have a
I
Twitter account?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I genuinely think, and my like it's the thing is, I can never word this in a way that sounds intelligent because it just sounds like I'm saying, "Source, just trust me, bro." But with knowing the context of Fujimoto's writing and reading Chainsaw Man Part One weekly as well, where there were so many instances in Part One where we'd think, "Oh, here's a character, or here's something that happened," and we'd think that this character is a lot bigger than they're supposed to be, and then the character ends up dying, or
Well, I mean,
not
yeah,
actually being that big of a deal. And I think it's the same thing with Fumiko, where it's like there she's a newer character, she is a newer character, and she's a bigger supporting character, it looks like to be, but I cannot possibly see anything overly important going on behind the scenes with her. I
Well,
think she's stated like her saying, because it's anime and manga as well. She has she kind of dropped her big bomb, her
right.
backstory. Her plot armor is essentially gone. What else is there? Like I
And
think I don't know.
we see her devil powers next chapter, and it's over,
Yep, and then that's it. And
and
that's
then we know
yes,
everything about her.
it's
I,
Jover.
I, I do think
It's
she's a
Fumikover.
one arc character.
Yeah,
oh no,
She
100%.
so far she kind of feels like that.
yeah,
But the thing is, the thing I don't necessarily like too much is a lot of people misreading some stuff. Because I think this chapter put a lot of, for me at least, her initial action in context. Because you would think someone, man, she's in the Denji fan club. Why is she like such a dickhead? Generally, right? Like it's like, ah man, like because earlier it's like you keep saying you're like my biggest fan, and you're just like actually an asshole to me. Like licking the
true.
fucking like devil, not helping, sitting on him, and
Yeah.
there is a bit of I think it's a case of one, she can't necessarily help herself with the weird attraction to Denji, and two, that resentment because I think when she says, "Oh, I do hate you a little," I think she's kind of lying there. I think there's a little
Yeah,
more hate than just I just hate you a little. I'm like, no, like, come on, come on. Um, but like, I don't think that necessarily makes her like I mean, she's weird because she's just a fucking weirdo. But I think the resentment and so inflicting these like acts of shame because that's what a lot of these are. Like
yes,
she humiliates him a bunch, but that's a bit of catharsis because no matter how she words it, she still sort of blames Chainsaw Man for her parents dying and for not
Yeah.
hearing her cries for help. So she's like, yeah, I will inflict shame on this person who I believe has harmed me in this way, like regardless of if she's aware of it or not. But she can't help being attracted to Chainsaw Man or Denji in this case, like because he's kind of an interesting little guy.
yeah. She has that the like I was saying, that toxic stand, two sides of like jealousy, resentment, and like the like genuine concern. It's like you get obsessed with the person because you actually like them, like you like their music or whatever. She likes Denji, the human, because she saw him in a moment of her own suffering, and he was also suffering, and he's just this kid. And so she's like, gets this fixation on this person that is genuine. And so she has that like fandom for real, like Jake says, like she actually does want to do this in her own mind, but she has like, you know, mixed that with, not to get too psychological, but she has like sublimated her pain of her loss and her anger at Chainsaw Man into this fandom with Denji, which is like the stand thing where you're like so obsessed with them that you take the burdens and trauma of your own life and you lay it upon them. And so, like, your desire to support them becomes mixed with this weird jealousy and anger, and you get that kind of toxic fandom, as opposed to Barem's kind of toxic fandom, where he's just a freak, dude. He's just a sicko. He's just a. He doesn't give a shit about Denji at all. He's like, I want to see you die in the ring, bro. Your
Did did
life,
did
get in there. You know what I
did you
mean?
WWE
guys see?
fan.
Did you guys see what I said about Barem in my chapter review after last episode's podcast?
Oh, I did
Oh,
not. I'm sorry.
I was like I was basically like I spent like 10 minutes defending Barem on the podcast, and then like
know.
I reread it and I was like, yeah, no, this guy's he's pretty bad.
oh, dude, nah, that dude had all the red flags on on Chainsaw Man. I've not seen it like a single person
We were
who's
all confused on that
introduced with
episode. You know what I
that
mean?
many red flags. I
I
looked
know.
at this dude and I'm like, oh no, he's bad.
The moral of the story is sometimes I just say shit. I just say shit, dog. I'm gonna be real with you. That one, I don't know
every
what the fuck
podcast
I was
needs
on.
one.
That was kind of wild.
You were on
Yeah.
it. You know what? I respect it though. You gotta get. Sometimes you just gotta
Just-
see
just
what
gotta-
happens.
I
You
still
just
like
gotta
Barem
see
though.
what-
I still like him.
Would you still go on a dinner light with him?
I think like he reminds me of like a friend I had in high school who was like fucking nuts. He was crazy. Like, he wasn't necessarily a great guy.
You know what? That reminds me of a friend I had in high school as well. I went to the cinema with him yesterday as well.
Yeah, and every time I get lunch with him, I'm like, this guy is a fucking riot, dude. He's a whale of a time. I don't want to get like too involved, but like, you know, it's the same kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where my favorite character in Tokyo Ghoul is Eto, and you know, like,
Okay, no, but Eto's like
yeah, let's fucking go, dude. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go,
different.
dude.
It's different.
That is true. Eto is different. Yeah. Dude, when she first came out for Kakuja going, Daddy, I'm like, let's
oh
go, dude.
god, that shit hit. Oh my god.
Yeah, let's go.
We got the Tokyo Ghoul fans going off right now.
Dude, she is like the birth of a bunch of like issues I have now.
You know,
I blame that woman. We're so
he just
fucked.
like me for real, dude. Oh, let's
Holy
go.
shit. All right.
Wait, okay.
Again, I gotta shut it down on spoilers for manga that aren't Chainsaw Man, but a little bit of Tokyo
Got you,
Ghoul.
Because I haven't read
bit,
Tokyo
A
Ghoul.
little
though.
bit of Tokyo Ghoul love in there. You know,
Don't read it. It's actually like I reread it recently.
No, hey, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me.
It's not worth
I've
it.
got all my Tokyo Ghoul back there. Don't ruin it for me.
Actually, that's
I
one that I
have it
just
as
mentioned.
well,
yeah.
but I hadn't read it since like college, and then I picked it up again, and I'm like, nah, it's not it. This ain't it.
You know,
I'll give it a reread.
it's a post Chainsaw Man world. You know, what I mean, the landscape has changed. Speaking of which, I want to hear more takes on Barem because we're all talking about Fumiko. Everybody's talking about Fumiko. We got the people who are like, I hate Fumiko, or like the people who are like, actually, she was sad, so now I like her.
Oh god, those takes are the worst for me. I'm like, dude, she's still a weirdo.
Yeah, she's
My
still,
my Fumiko take is it ain't that deep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jake's
that's the-
take where he's
that's the
like,
big
you're
thing.
all being getting way too off the rails with this, which I kind of
You're
agree
all
with.
cringe.
Yes, you're all
Accept the
cringe.
cringe, though. You
Yes.
have to accept the cringe.
You have, it's true.
Just listen to the song. I'm just kidding. I will never cite that shit.
We've got we got the take which I took from a few different places and have my own version of, which is like this view of the two of them as two sides of the toxic chainsaw fandom. On the other side, we have Barem and his plan.
My king.
So let's talk about what's up. We've got Barem and everybody on the roof, and down in the department store food court area, we have the three goofballs.
Three adorable
Contrary to
goobers.
what Barem said
Getting around.
last chapter, God will not forgive them for what they're about to do. Those are
Oh
kids.
my lord.
Yeah, that was whack. I that's when I read that I was like that's when I was like holy fuck dude like I like
Yeah.
Dubs was spitting.
Yeah, these guys are on some level. So this is a little bit of getting into predictions like kind of early, but honestly, I kind of don't want to talk about this chapter so long. What do you think is going on? Because I've seen different things. My thought was that they're gonna do it. Like they are the devils. But now I'm coming
Hmm.
around more to the idea that like a different devil is gonna attack, and they're just gonna like cause problems. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
um,
I see them as doing the contract to call the devil.
Mm,
Um,
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see that happen. That's
Uh,
what makes more sense to me.
sure.
Although it's Fujimoto though, so I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
power appears. I don't.
Blood
I've
devil
um,
seen the
could
theory that
be.
it's gonna be the blood devil. I'd love that. I
dude,
love
that
that.
would suck so fucking much for Denji's mental health.
Well, we
Oh
gotta
my
just take him all
god!
the way down.
Wait, I,
Yeah.
I could actually see Fujimoto doing
Oh
that. Where
yeah.
Of
like
course.
just
So
another
sick.
fucking fuck you to Denji is to have him
Yeah,
have to kill the Blood Devil.
That would be
that's the thing.
so.
You have to put Denji at the bottom of the pit. That's what Fujimoto wants. He wants to put him like so down. So it's gonna
Yes.
be good when he comes up.
Yes. Yes.
When
Yes.
the
I feel
Azadan
like
finally happens.
Barem trying to fulfill Makima's wish of breaking Denji's contract with Pochita, make him so fucking miserable that he just cannot keep living a happy life.
It does kind of
That
seem
has to
like.
be the breaking point
Bar-
of the end of the series.
yeah, it does kind of seem like. I don't know about that one. I don't know if Fujimoto would run the same game twice, though. You know what I mean? It's like we
Hmm.
get it's like the condition for Black Chainsaw Man is this, but also like having it go down like that again is kind of just like so soon
Yeah.
because like this is only halfway through or less than halfway
Oh yeah.
through the second part.
Denji still has a lot of things to go
Right
bad.
after, yeah, right after it happened one time, I can like kind of see it, but I'm also kind of like I don't know. It kind of feels maybe a little. Um,
What if
uh,
they like summon a devil
mm,
and then like the hybrids transform and just like bully the fuck out of the devil and like the devil like the devil doesn't even get to attack anyone and the devil just goes save me Chainsaw Man and then that forces Black Chainsaw Man
ooh,
out.
ooh, an interesting one. Not the plan they talked about at all, but that would be kind of fucking sick. That would actually be pretty amazing.
Because the thing is, because Sugo's been having second thoughts about the whole thing,
Yes.
and Whip just looks like far too incompetent to
She's
like go through any like coherent plan.
Yeah, but we've seen her in action before. She can, when she goes whip mode, she was one of the two major players in one of the three. I mean, whip, flamethrower, and spear, who are all on the table here, were by far the best performers in the prior hybrid fight versus Black Chainsaw Man. Whip and flamethrower were like corralling him and causing him problems and actually engaging with the fight. And Spear is the only one who actually landed any hits on
But how
Black
much of
Chainsaw.
that was them, and how much of that was like Makima,
You
like
know, hard to say, hard to
coordinating?
say. But at least in terms of like the abilities, they are they are here. There Barem, there's the interesting idea that he wasn't under control at all, and he was just like,
Oh, I
wait.
believe that 100%. He
He
was
was
just like
like
a
he was
psychopath.
he was in, he just agreed with Makima and he was like, yeah. And now he comes and he talks about wanting to see Chainsaw Man. And like he does kind of seem like a Makima style fan of Chainsaw Man. It's like, I want to see Chainsaw Man going crazy. I want to see him chopping up devils. I want to see him getting blasted and coming back. Like, that's where I'm at. stop with this sad stuff, kid, and bring out the chainsaws. So I could see it. I could see going back to it. Barem wasn't under control at all. Makima just like told him the plan, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in.
Let's do it. Let's
Yes,
fucking go.
let's
Like I
go."
It's like she was about to say, like, I order you to make a contract, and he's like, no, I'm in,
I was like,
honestly, like, I'm cool with it, like,
I
like shit. You
mean,
got me in the first half.
yes, like you had me at chainsaw, man. Okay,
who can I
yes.
burn? I can keep burning someone, and they keep coming back. That's
Oh
possible. I can
man,
actually do that.
Barem with the lighter is so corny. The chainsaw man lighter. It's like you're such a goof. Like this goofball, dude. Okay, all right.
that was actually that was one of my favorite parts from the new chapter. What a
It
fucking
is.
douche, dude! He's so much fun.
He is a
Like,
fun
of
character. I
course,
agree with that.
he's a shitty guy, but like,
He's
oh man, you
he's a
can't not like
monster.
him.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
I
likable
cannot
guy.
like him. I don't like.
I mean,
Like he's fun. Like when he appears on in a chapter, which he's appeared in like every chapter for the past 4 chapters, but when he appears in a chapter, it makes you think, "Oh boy, what's going to happen?" And I think like that's what I like about him, you know?
speaking of,
He's like Yoshida for me. Where like
mm,
well, Yoshida at least had a lot of more goodwill with me. But every time he appears, like, well, he doesn't appear anymore, thank fucking god. But like every time he appeared after like a couple
you,
chapters, it was like a fucking groan, because like
oh
he
yeah,
smells like a government agent and like doing a bad job at hiding it.
Yeah, no, dude is like
It's
total
like,
cop.
yeah.
like he's such a fed. Like it's not even
Yoshida,
funny.
yeah. This is an arc, dude.
And
Yeah,
then I just see
absolutely.
Barem, and it's like I
Fuck
think,
12 includes Yoshida.
That's true. ACAB does include Yoshida.
amen.
Yeah,
Fuck that
yeah,
guy. But with Barem, every time I see him, I'm like, oh god, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do this time? Or like, what's he gonna
Yeah.
say?
What's he
And it's
gonna
less
do?
him and more the fan reaction, because like a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's
Oh,
gonna harm Yoru or Asa," and I'm just thinking to myself, Asa's the fucking like Yoru's the fucking war devil.
thank
What is
you.
this dude going to fucking do to her? Like
Uh,
she would
what can
murder
he
him
do?
immediately.
I wonder
No.
what are the like in the same vein, just with this conversation. Also, I think we lost Crash.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it
he's having
looks
some
like
net problems. He'll probably rejoin then. I'll say this to you guys, and I'll bring it back up when he comes back in. But because obviously what's happening with Asa and Yoru, their fusion, it's not the same as like a hybrid, and it's not the same as being a fiend. But like what are the limitations of her powers, like when I say it's like
mm,
regenerative powers, because
I mean
when
that's pretty
Yoru
unclear.
originally took over Asa's body, you know, to heal up and stuff like that, but like say
Right.
if Asa were to lose an arm, could she grow one back?
I don't know
Like
if
is it
I
like
don't know.
Denji?
I don't know. I don't
Can she like put
think
it back? I know, probably no one fucking knows, but
I
like
don't think
it,
Yoru and Asa know.
that's true.
That's what I think. I Yoru seems to act in a way where she assumes she has some regeneration, like doing the nail knife thing and like cutting
Oh yeah, and
her
then
own
like the next
hand.
page, like her nail is back and stuff. Yeah.
Right. And like she cuts her own hand. It's not like we didn't get like close-ups to like show the details because Fujimoto's a menace who like that won't help you understand anything that's going on in the manga that he's writing at all.
Good.
But yeah, it does seem like there's some kind of like unusually good healing, but it doesn't seem like, well, it could.
Surely it can't be on the same level as like Denji's immortality,
Yeah,
but
but Power was a fiend and she was on the same level as Denji. That might be
I think
because she was the
fiends.
blood devil specifically, but still, I mean, the war
I,
devil is more like intrinsically powerful than the Blood Devil, probably.
I think well, because power, obviously, her, like, with all fiends, their limitation is, like, yeah, they can take a hit, but they can't die and come back to life. I think they can't take any mortal,
Power
like, so,
literally
like, they
did
can't.
though.
No,
She got
Power
like
yeah.
never
blown
died.
up. Like
Uh,
Makima blew a hole into her.
well,
Yeah, and
no,
she
no,
died.
she died,
But
right? She didn't
she,
come back.
that she didn't come back. She sort of came back. She kind of, like, whatever,
Yeah, she did.
blood
She did come
fuckery
back though. Yeah, that's when
in a certain way,
I
I guess. Maybe, like, the explanation could be, like, because the Blood Devil spawned out of blood in Denji's system.
right.
It could
Hey,
be
yo, Denji
because
was
the
drinking Power's blood.
incarnation. Let's fucking go. Well, because the same incarnation of the Blood Devil appeared in the human world without going back to hell.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
Crash is gone.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Let's see if he rejoins. Um, but because the same incarnation of the Blood Devil reappeared on Earth without going to hell, Power probably kept her memories and stuff like that. This is just my possible explanation for it. Power probably kept her memories and shit, and that's that. But, like, I guess because now that the Blood Devil is actually dead and back in hell, it'll be a new
Oh.
Blood Devil. But that's my thought on, like, fiends, is that,
Greg,
oh, let's go, the king is
Let's
back.
go!
Oh, we're in a different order
The
now.
boy's
we're
back.
back. We Jake tread water for you. We got it. We got it going. No, that was okay. We were talking about Yoru coming back.
Fuck it! I hope she's
Please,
coming back. I
God,
need her back.
please, Yoru, where are you, Yoru? What are you doing?
Wait, what if they transform and then Asa shows up and fucking slaughters the hybrids?
Yes, yes. Oh my God, Asa versus Barem. I need it. Yoru, not Asa, because Asa's not the one fighting. Yoru's the one fighting because she's not a fraud. Okay, get away from me. Shut up.
Oh god, I'm just because
What if, like Barham transforms and, like, has the flamethrowers, and Asa's like, I'm afraid of fire, and then switches back?
Okay, sure. I mean, Asa's afraid of
Yoru's
everything, but yeah.
okay. Maybe as no Yoru's the war devil. I'm pretty sure she loves fire.
Oh yeah. I
Like, look how giddy she was when she's like, "War is nigh." Like, damn.
yes, let's
It's
go.
die.
I'm so excited. So excited for the Yoru comeback. The next Denji transformation is going to be crazy. But we were talking about what the extent of Yoru's, like, devilish devil powers are, because she has the weapon creation thing, which is obviously the devil ability, but there's also, like, the broad devil properties of, like, being able to regenerate and drinking blood, like, but yours seems to be eating bread, and, like, so does Fami seems to be eating everything. She's not drinking blood. She's, having
I mean,
pizza.
power be eaten, or I
That's
guess I
true.
don't know.
And I guess Nayuta's eating Chinese food, but
Yeah, Ryuta's eating pizza. Like, he
Wait,
doesn't
does
have to
Does
feed.
Makima ever drink blood?
No, I don't think so.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
also I don't think the war devil needs it. Just like you know how like Makima did it, you couldn't just kill Makima. You did have to like you know
true.
She had, like, a special contract, though,
no,
and,
Yeah,
like,
but
that
but
shit was, she was built different.
see, but that was like to help her like not die straight up. But like
yeah,
I'm thinking, why did he need to like? I guess that's why he needed to like cook and eat her. But damn,
right.
Yeah.
This
Hey, it worked.
manga is so fucked.
That was probably, like, the only possible workaround that wasn't considered in, like, Makima's contract with the prime minister. Whereas, like, if I die in any way, like, or if I'm killed in any way, uh, then my death
We
is
do-
replaced by a regular Japanese citizen.
We do
But
know
like it didn't include if I'm eaten.
we do know the specifics of the contract. It was no attack will work against her, and Denji's workaround was that he wasn't attacking her; he was expressing his love. So that is why all attacks were ineffective against her, somewhat. But she was also a devil, and devils can regenerate, and Yoru and Asa do seem to regenerate somewhat. Yoru kind of acts like she knows she can regenerate, like she's not very careful, and
I think
she
it's like a
injures
difference
herself a
between
few
like
times.
mortal
So
wounds and
right,
like just regular wound damage.
it would be a pretty crazy day. I would probably lose my mind if Yoru Asa suffered a mortal wound, and I had to wait around a week or two to see if they could come back. That would actually make me go crazy.
I think the tension is good, but I don't think they're going to like die or something.
No, probably
They're a main character in the same right as Denji, so like
Yeah, even more so technically.
not. Yeah, there we go.
I
We're going bad ending route.
Sure, yeah. Well, speaking of story arc, this chapter we're leading into 143. What do y'all think is going down? What do y'all think is going down in 143? I think
No Russian. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah,
yeah.
there's no Russian. Yeah.
so you think that the
Remember,
hybrids just
no Russian.
they just they just start going, man, will Miri really do it, dude? Will Miri do it, man? Like he seems so like I don't know. Like he seems like he's just
What if we
messing
get
around.
like
Like he doesn't
squirted,
even
like
get
super
it.
hard?
Hmm?
Yeah,
Like
not a thought behind those eyes.
I don't think Barem even understands what he's doing. He just has a
I think
single-minded goal
Bram
to
knows exactly what he's doing, dude.
it just I don't think it's like anywhere as complex. I think he just wants to see change. Like he does lay his entire like deal down pretty succinctly. And
Sure,
so
but
like
I think he lays that all out, and he also does not care about the lives of any of these
oh, a
Innocent.
people or
million
children
percent. He
around them.
does not give In fact, he picked the children because it's going to be way
Right.
more
Like he
My
effective.
Hail Mary. Yeah, my Hail Mary. If like the hybrids actually do attack innocent people, is that they're going to be stopped by Reze. That's going to be their
Raise.
Oh,
introduction.
that is
That's
a
my Hail Mary.
Hail Mary.
That
That's
is an
I
that's my
was like,
insane take.
Asa and Yoru are gonna finally
Asa
come
and
back
my
Yoru,
copium.
I think, makes the most sense in terms of this story arc.
because
Uh,
again, they're like this big figure in the church.
power.
That's the same. That's the same level of like absolute like crackhead fucking prediction that I just
Yeah.
made.
It
It's the
really
same thing.
is.
Like if it happens,
rails.
no. Think about this though. Think about this. Think about this. Say it happens. Say it happens. On Tuesday,
Why?
we get
Why
a
asking me?
chapter. And Tuesday. First of all, Tuesday's my birthday as well, so I have to spend all
Hey.
fucking
Happy
morning doing a
birthday!
chapter review.
Happy early
Thank you. Yeah,
birthday!
I appreciate that. But say this happens. Say Reze comes back on Tuesday to stop the hybrids. Do you know how fucking epic it'll look if I was like, haha, I got it on my
For your
chapter review?
birthday?
That's all I'm saying this for.
You're flexing,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Let's
Triple
go.
whammy, dude.
I respect
I'm doing it for the clout.
Yes, he's
he is
Hail
tossing that
Mary.
Hail Mary. And
And
then
then
Fujimoto, please.
if it doesn't happen, everyone's just gonna forget I ever said that shit. So it's okay.
Well, I won't, and neither will any of the
Hey.
viewers of this podcast, because they can pull it up at any time.
But you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't,
You wouldn't do that. We're
Aw.
clipping and shipping it, dude.
You wouldn't do that.
I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna put it on Twitter. We're gonna blast it. No.
I think before that gets clipped, all of the fucking shit I said about like Fumiko at the beginning of
Yeah,
the chapter will
we're
get
good.
clipped first.
Nah, we're good. We're chilling. I think that's a wild prediction, but I do think the someone steps in to stop them is definitely. I mean, surely they have even said themselves that people will come to try and stop them. So that, of course, is going to happen. I think. Um, I think there's no way it doesn't just kick off next chapter, right? Like the
Oh
pieces
yeah,
are all in
shit's about to
play,
hit the fan.
everybody's there. Whatever's happening is gonna start happening in the next chapter. He's he's set it all up. We're done with the setup now. Real Chainsaw Man is back. Lamau. Uh, Kishibe. You think Kishibe showing up? This seems
Um,
like the most.
not here.
Ah, really?
I think he's the mayor that has a DUI.
Wait, that's actually sick. But like,
Does anyone remember that from chapter 98?
yeah,
Our mayor
yeah,
has a DUI.
brother, do I remember chapter 98? Yes, yeah, that I like
I
that.
just, I just can't believe you just dumped a kid on like a 17-year-old and is like, sayonara,
Like,
disappears, never
I've got
shows up
alcohol to
again.
drink and pussy to get. I'm out of here, kid. See ya.
like
Smell you later.
he he's the number one devil hunter, and this is like a huge devil attack. And once public safety figures out that the hybrids are in play, which they already know, apparently. Oh lord,
No.
they already know, right? Like, that this is the case. Uh, Oop, back in. Oh,
Hey.
yo, yo,
Oh,
yo.
let's go.
We're
You
in.
get crash?
God damn it.
Out again. In and out. It will be all good. StreamYard will take care of it. Shout out to StreamYard, platform I use for this. It
Mifune is
has
mega
special
fucky.
things that help with this kind of situation, but yeah. Crash is unfortunately having some tech issues with
At least we
this
could still
last
look
part.
at him though,
Look at his
which
look
is
at
the
him.
most important
We can
part.
see that pretty face.
Exactly. The fucking
Okay,
absolute Giga Chad beard too. That's my favorite part.
beautiful one.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to have. I hate to see these technical issues coming up.
There
The
was one thing I really wanted to get in before. It was a question I wanted to ask you guys. I just wanted to get in at some point during today's episode.
oh,
Did you guys also immediately after reading the new chapter? Did you go back to chapter? I can see you, Crash.
yes,
Yeah.
Did you go back to chapter 79, 77, 78, and 79 just to see if you could find Fumiko in that fight?
I did. I did.
I did too. That's the first thing I did.
Did you find her? I didn't. I didn't see her
No,
in there. No.
she's not in there. She's not in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Fujimoto wasn't that slick with the setups. But
I
obviously, I
mean,
mean, the
there are
gun.
a lot of destroyed property.
I wonder if Mifune is on the list though of gun devil victims anywhere.
There are some
Ooh.
Yoshidas on that list. Remember that theory? Yoshida
Yeah.
Udai and Yoshida Toshi. There are a few other Yoshidas, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Um. But yeah. She was talking about the gun fiend in particular though, so she would be in that area.
Yeah.
Some Japanese fans were commenting that if Fumiko, you know, her house was in that area, right? Because she said her home got
Mhm.
destroyed and that's when her parents died. So she could have been like seeing Aki going to the store, seeing Denji and Power, you know, like hanging out on the street being goofballs. Like she could have
Yeah.
witnessed the Hayakawa family, had no idea what was going on, but because that all happens right there, right? So that was an interesting comment.
Ooh.
Uh, personally, I
It'd
think
be really funny if like Denji brings up Aki Hayakawa sometime or Aki sometime, and she was like, "Wait, you mean Aki Hayakawa? He was my neighbor. How did you
it's
know
like, I
Aki?"
heard you know, dude. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
I feel so bad
Please,
for Crash.
oh Lord, he's in there.
Crash, can you hear us, brother?
It does not seem so. Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, he's gone now. He fucking disappeared.
He left.
Oh, he's back.
Uh,
He's back. Hello?
Can you hear us?
Are you in?
Are you with us? Are
No.
you in the room with us right now? Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. There we go. We're good.
okay.
I see, like mega lag. Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, don't worry, King.
Don't worry, bro. It is. I'll put in the chat. No worries. Harsh. No worries,
Gosh.
Karsh. You know what?
Karsh. Manga Karsh.
That's all good. With that, I think we've laid out enough. We've talked about this chapter enough. It's been discussed so much. We're coming in up on the hour arc. A little bit of technical issues there in the last half, but I think we had some interesting discussions about this very interesting chapter leading into probably one of the more climactic action sequences that Chainsaw Man has ever set up. I don't know. I don't think International Assassins is the last time there's been this much setup about a conflict, and it wasn't even this much. This has been a lot of development, exposition, and build up, emotional build to
Oh, look at a kitty.
wow, the
It's a void cat.
chaos.
I also have a void cat.
Um, so with that wonderful cameo by a special
There was a
guest,
cat there too, bro.
yes, there was a cat there to save the cat, save the broadcast from the internet demon, the internet devil. Uh, we're going to sign off on this episode of the Public Safety Special Broadcast. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, comment. You can go ahead and roast Jake, and you can start a war in the comment sections. We love to see that.
I will fight back. I will fight back. I
You
respond to
know
almost
what?
every hate comment.
You know what I mean? Just
I actually do that.
engagement. We gotta pump up those numbers. Let's go. Uh, thank you all for watching
But
again.
if you say sloppy toppy devil, we are deleting the channel.
Yes, we will delete your comment and we will ban you.
Actually, I'm going to reveal my devil contract. If you do say that, you get deleted, like just from existence. That's the
That's true.
contract.
That's the devil
It's the
power. So
deletion
be
devil.
careful. Be careful. What devil is it? We don't know, but the power we do. So be careful in the
grimace
comments, but please give it a comment, give it a like, give it a sub. This was your host, Secret Doves, Public Safety Communications Division, Special Squadron number 18, Social Media, Vice Captain, signing off. Thank you all and see you again next time.
All right.
See you guys.
See
Bye
ya.
bye.